Here and welcome back to more F1 2020. In our last episode, we took care of the Austrian free practice and qualifying for the Austrian Grand Prix. And now we are ready to move on with the race. So, without any further ado, let us move on as we take care of the Austrian Grand Prix. I hope all of you are doing well. And next weekend is the big race itself. Well, this weekend coming up is the big race itself. It is Monaco at the time of this recording. Round 5 of F1 in the real F1 Championship.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
All right. 71 laps. Well, first of all, before we begin, let us check our messages. That little kink turn too. Yep, gotta love Jeff and his pre-race brief. Anyway, time now for the Austrian Grand Prix. I turn it over to Crofty.
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. The grandstands were a sea of red in 2019 thanks to the commemorative hats in honour of the late great Niki Lauda, who took home victory of course back in 1984. And it's a sellout crowd once again here today. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Iceman lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Pierre Gasly, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Kvyat, Stroll, and Sebastian Vettel, Leclerc, Perez, Mick Schumacher, and Ocon, Albon, Norris, Romain Grosjean, and George Russell. Raikkonen, Magnussen, Latifi, and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Gotta love how they do that with the flag
After the
in the
points finish
background.
last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
All right. Well, it's a 2-stopper. Let us get this race started. Hey, M. Tiller. Hey, David, welcome.
Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap.
Time to race at Red Bull. 71
No threat
laps.
of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good.
Whoa, I'm really out there. Alright, there we go. We'll have the computer take over and line us back up on the grid. Keep your eyes on the lights.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Thank you. Thank you, Murray Walker. All right, here we go. And it's lights out and away we go. Bottas over the line first, followed by Hamilton. Ricciardo moves up into P5. Verstappen stays at P4. Verstappen and Hamilton trading places. Now up the hill. In to the very breakneck chicane that it is. Purple. We have a yellow flag in that area. No, now it's waved on as green.
Keep it up.
Through the tricky turn here where Hamilton set up, bounced off Albon in the closing laps of 2020. Our race leader, me, has a 1 second lead over Valtteri Bottas. Down the start finish line on the next lap, we will get DRS. And there we go with the fastest lap of the race. On a very wet qualifying. So far, nothing has really changed on our top 5. Teammate status.
Gap to teammate behind is 6.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 10th. The time last lap was a 1:18.1.
Schumacher up there in P10. Green for sector 2. Gap now 2 seconds to Bottas behind. By far, this is one of my favorite tracks. DRS now enabled. Oh, and I go a little bit
The energy
wide.
store is getting worn, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Yep, I saw it. Well, I didn't get exceeding track. I didn't break track limits on it. I didn't do what like Verstappen did at Bahrain and overtake completely while off the track. Weather report.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Let's harvest that battery. Rival status.
They're in 7th. Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
Nah, I think I'll leave it here. That was an amazing start off the line. I'll watch it because this is a track where I can lap the field multiple times. Thank you. Yeah. You know, what amazes me, the race at the last round of the Grand Prix at Spain, we're talking the real one here, gotta hand it to the quick thinking of Giovinazzi's team, finding that one tire that has a puncture in it. You know, you gotta give credit to the pit crew for that. Not sure. You might want to check, like, on Motorsport, maybe might have it. Look at that, we're already 6 laps in and we have an 8-second lead over Bottas. 11 over the GOAT. 12 over Verstappen. And 5 over the Shoey himself, Daniel Ricciardo. Now we'll harness the fuel. And rebuild the battery up. Oh. Alright, yeah, I didn't watch it though. I heard Fernando Alonso won it.
behind is 9.3 seconds.
Nah, but like I said the other day, you gotta hand it. Grosjean getting pole. Oh, Carlos Sainz with a 5-second time penalty. Let's find out what that was about. Carlos Sainz, 5-second time penalty. Ignoring a yellow flag. So Carlos Sainz, ignoring a yellow flag, gets a 5-second time penalty. Today was the famous Monaco Prix. Look at that. We're just building up that lead. Nice, congratulations to him. And that's not an easy circuit by all means. But it's my favorite race. I put that up there at number 1. Yep, we know. We know all too well how you feel about Monaco, David.
Gap to the car behind is 12.0 seconds.
Teammate status?
We're leading our teammate by 24.5 seconds. They're on old softs. They're in 9th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 11.4.
Mick moved up to P9. Not much can be said about this track, except that in a few laps' time, we're gonna run into traffic. At the rate I'm going. Hold on, I gotta pause for a second and read this here. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, I had to pause to read that. I had to pause to read to read your message there. No, I wanted to make sure I read that correctly, you know. During the Monaco Grand Prix, it's the only place, now correct me if I'm wrong, where people like us could brush up, you know, could be meeting face to face with celebrities like Will Smith. It's where the fans of the sport meet the high class, you know. If I'm to take that saying from You Don't Know Jack, where they used to say, and now the game where high culture and pop culture collide.
The gap behind us is 15.0 seconds.
You might want to relook that, Jeff. It's now up to 16 seconds with who knows how many people are going to be laps down by the end of the race. Look at that. We're already 15 laps and we're about, I want to say, about a fourth of the race done. This is one of those tracks that I love only for the pure pleasure of how many times can I lap the field and make Toto Wolff, upset at Hamilton and Bottas for letting a rookie driver like me win a Grand Prix. Now, granted, this is all in-game stuff, you know, I'm talking theoretically in-game, not in real life. You know, if that was to happen in real life, that'd be something, though. I know in my last season we made a big deal about that, you know. Let us... we are pitting in a few laps. I'd rather have someone like Toto being my team principal instead of Jeff or Carl. You know, we only hear them by name, we never see them. Who's Jeff? Who's Carl? Who's this mysterious guy that pops into...
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
I like how you can actually see the cars. We got a big old chain of cars. Fighting for position. No, we're good. We're going to be coming out in first anyhow. It's like we're going to lead every lap of the Grand Prix unless I do something crazy.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Overtake. Coming up on the big giant hill here.
Box. We're coming in this lap.
So that's one of the Haas cars in the pits. Look at that, 20 laps in and we'll almost, like I said, this race is almost done. This is a very fast race. I don't know. How do you feel about the Austrian Grand Prix?
Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
I will take that position back, Valtteri. Thank you.
to teammate behind is 20.2 seconds.
And Carlos Sainz moves up into P5, not... Yep, I hear you on that one. There we go, fastest lap yet again.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
Alright, Nick coming into the pits. Hamilton in the pits. Verstappen in the pits. Carlos Sainz in the pits with his 5-second penalty. Leclerc now moves up into P5. Hamilton still maintaining P3 for right now. Checo moves up into P5. Leclerc P4. Got a couple more people coming into the pits now on this lap. Bottas in the pits. Hamilton now will take over P2. If he's fast enough. Mr. Saturday behind us. And I overshoot the turn, but that's noted there. Leclerc now in the pits. Bottas keeping his P2. Teammate status.
We're leading our teammate by 44.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 7th. The time last lap was a 1:25.2.
Daniel Ricciardo up there in the P5. And here's your host applying Lap the Field, Peter Tamarkin. Lap 25 coming up on lap 26, I should say.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
For for a circuit that has 71 laps, they go by very fast.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
All right, and here we go. Excuse me there. Alright, now we're going to be on a recharge. When is our next pit stop? Lap 43.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
With this, lap 29, sorry for the silence on the last couple laps. We are just coasting along this race here. I wonder what Crofty would say. Let's see if we can catch these cars here. I'm just waiting for like Toto to get on the radio and tell me, stay off the curbs! Alright, coming up on P16 to lap 16 and 15 are my next lappers. I finally get to use DRS. I'm out there in front. Thank you, Almon. Just be careful not to spin. There's Ocon next. Here we go, coming up. That was close. Lap 33. 10 laps onto... Alright, 10 laps until we pit. Now we are coming up on Leclerc. Alright, we are into the top 10 now. There's Sainz, our rival. Little friendly nudge to Gasly. Could be Well, look who is next, our teammate. Lap number 36. And look at this. Now, there they are. You can see the cars going into the next turn. And there they go up the hill. We are ever so gaining on them. Tell on the mini map in the lower left hand corner. To that. Anyway.
The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
It's showing times of like 1 minute. We got a 1 minute lead over Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, we're catching them. There's our teammate fighting with Lance Stroll for P6. Come on, Schumacher, get that position. Anyway, Lance Stroll coming up next. That probably also helped out Schumacher in a way. And I like how on the timing charts, when you're actually watching the race, it's MSC for Schumacher. I wonder why they couldn't just use the normal first three-letter abbreviation for the drivers. But like I said, I can't wait. I'm gonna finally be able to watch a race that I love.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel. I didn't know you wanted that. You gotta give me that position back. You gotta let me... Daniel is now a lap down. I think by the end of this race, most of the field is going to be a lap or two down. There's the original Iceman himself. See, at least Kimi understands blue flags, unlike Mazepin. Car right there.
No time concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
We got it.
In this lap, push now. Has started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form.
Alright, thank you. Yeah. Alright. Let me take a quick drink as we're in the pits.
Go now. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
All right, here we go. To the end of the race now we go. Lap number 44. I feel a lot better now taking a drink of Mountain Dew. Though, you know, my streamer guys, you know me. I drink Mountain when I stream. It's all about those energy drinks. Mountain Dew, Monster, Red Bull, passing Checo. Gotta get those, gotta rebuild that back up. Now let's take a look at the engine. Energy store at 65, that's gonna get changed at the end of this race. There's Vettel once again.
Okay, the gap behind is 28.0 seconds.
So lap number 45. You know, like I said, these 71 laps really go by fast. Daniel Ricciardo in the pits. Stroll. Now moves up. Here I come. Putting Ricardo's officially down a lap now. Hamilton now in the pits. Verstappen in the pits. Our teammate
coming in for his stop.
in the pits. Look at that. We meet again, Kimmy. Lap 47 for me, but who knows where everybody else is.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
I think we just put Haas another lap down. As we approach lap number 48. We are coming down to the final, to the closing stages of this Grand Prix. And it's gone off without a hitch. I mean, I haven't had to use rewind. Or I should say flashback.
Okay, clear.
Uh-oh. We have a yellow flag.
Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive...
Alright, hold on. Let's see what happened. I know Giovinazzi is 99. Alright, let's take a look and watch Kimi. Let's see what happened here. I think his car just died. Huh.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
So, VSC deployed. Kimi is like in an awkward position for it too.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
Yeah. Alright, we are green. Next up is the GOAT. 7-time champion of the world, Sir Lewis Hamilton. Just lapped a Haas car. We are getting ready to do the same thing. And we'll take a look at the race directory at the end of the race. I should write down all these numbers for the cars so I know who drives what car. When stuff like that happens.
We're at +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
Alright, lap number 51. Gotta hand it to Grosjean how he did in IndyCar this weekend as well, too. So, my hat's off to you, Romain Grosjean. Keep up that good work with Indy. We'll miss you in F1. teammate status?
They're on fresh mediums. They're in 7th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 9.7.
Alright, he's in P7. There's the goats. Next up is Valtteri Bottas.
You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind.
Catching him. Look at that. We're going to probably put that up for a minute on... Yep. Bottas is now 1 minute behind while the rest of the field is 1 lap down. And we are gaining on him ever so carefully. Hamilton right there on our tail, though. Just made the turn up the hill. He's just turning, as you can see. Up. As you can see, we are gaining on Valtteri, who, as you can barely made out, made that turn. sure if we can actually see him. We caught a glimpse of him. He's down. Catch him. You just made that turn. Lap number 57. So far, the majority of the field is one lap down. Can I put Bottas a lap down? That is the question here that we are trying to answer. That gap is closing. He knows it. He's trying to put the pressure on me. And I'm basically saying, don't lap me. We gotta recharge the battery. That crowd is going wild. Alright, we're definitely bringing that fight down to Bottas.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
Bottas knows he has to let me pass. Majority of the field is now one lap down. Bottas trying to fight to get that position back. Race is coming down to its conclusion. Hey, there we go. Now we're catching up. Lap number 64. In this Grand Prix. There's Kvyat in car number 16 in P16. Teammate status.
They're on old mediums. They're in 7th. The time last lap was a 1:9.9.
And not real, just a investigation. Nothing to worry about there. Alright, 7 laps to go here at Austria. Spielberg. are being shown. There we go. There's more people left. Lap number 66. This race is getting down there to the end.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Thank you, Jeff. And that's exactly where we are. We are on target with that. You know, for once we never had to raise the engine to 3. Got a nice little battle going on there. And if anything, if it's one driver I really feel sorry for, it's George Russell. There's Latifi.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
That looks like an Alfa Romeo car. In fact, it is.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
And 2 laps to go. Lap number 70. Giovinazzi down there in P18. Alright, here we go. Final lap.
Final lap of the race.
Let's crank that engine up to 11. There's Russell. I'm sorry, Russell, for having to put you down another lap. Teammate status?
They're on old mediums. They're in 6th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 9.6.
Alright, he's in P6. Here we go. Penultimate corner. The final corner. There's the checkered flag.
Great job. You've done everything we wanted today.
And I take P1. Driver of the day, Mick Schumacher.
That's it then for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Austria. And a truly magnificent drive to hang on and take the win. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
So with that, let's take a look at the standings. All right, coming close to that.
Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Iceman increases their championship lead. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Mick Schumacher gets my vote today.
Let's move on to the constructors. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
All right, well, let's take a quick look. Schumacher picking up 8 points. We pick up the full complement of 26. It's going to be a while before we go 1-2. Let's take a look at the standings. Schumacher down to P13. Verstappen, however, moves up into P4, knocking Leclerc down to P5. Ocon drops to P15, and Russell moves up to P21. Over to the constructors, only 63 points behind between our team and the Mighty Mercs. Let's move on.
that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours.
Alright.
You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret?
It's all about having the team in the car.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
No comment on that one. I didn't like the answers there, so that's why I said no comment. 5-1 on that. So 7-2 on the rivalry breakdown. And look at that. Schumacher earning a lot of EXP for their acclaim. We're still at level 19. Picking up 935,000 for that. And I only take 10k deductions. He takes none. $7.83 million. We are coming up on, I think, silver? Round 12. So really can't do anything to upgrade the facilities. Because I think Silverstone is next. I could be wrong. Well, let's find out, shall we? Let's fly back to our team headquarters. Indeed it is. So, let's renegotiate. I'm going to put him at a low risk. And he's signed. We have Schumacher for one more thing. Alright. There's our performance comparison. I'm going to go to corporate for a second. So, hasn't really bought it. I think he got power mapping somewhere in there. Well, we won't know just yet. Anyway, vehicle, we are going to change the energy store. Everything else is fine because we are on number 2. Schumacher down there in P19. Don't have anything to really upgrade that. Let's move on to our thing. So we're gonna do aero upgrade, press tour, and chassis team building. That's where we're gonna stand with everything. So let us advance time. Oh, shoot. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put points into R&D.
Come through, but some of them have failed the quality control. Make sure you indicate what you'd like redeveloped via the R&D screen.
Okay, so let's get this all taken care of now before the Grand Prix. We're going to redevelop the powertrain. Don't have enough for that. Let us... No. Oh, we do have enough for that. But let us work on the MGU-K durability too. So we'll get that taken care of in time for the next Grand Prix after that. I forgot to do it before. Everything looks good on the performance status there. But next time, when we all get back together in the next video, we go back to where it all started. We are at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. So until then, I'm Skune007, and I thank you all for spending time with me today as we took care of the Austrian Grand Prix. If you like what you see, please hit that big red subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, click that bell notification to be notified of new videos and when I go live. And with that, I hope to see you all back here next time for the British Grand Prix. Until then, I'm Skune007. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll see you right back here for more F1 2020. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.